the abdomen. Welcome to abdomen. Okay. Inside the abdomen, we have peritoneal cavity. We split it into two. The total abdominal cavity, roughly speaking, I split it into two: peritoneal, extraperitoneal. Okay. The organs which are present inside the peritoneal cavity are peritoneal organs. The organs which are present outside the peritoneal cavity is called extraperitoneal organs. Actually, what is peritoneum? That means the deep fascia is modified in such a way to surround each and every organ itself. Like for example, when we are saying about the leg, the deep fascia that may be having a deep connection that will be covering the muscles. Like, you understand? It will be covering the muscle. It will become intermuscular septum. Again, the anterior intermuscular septum, posterior intermuscular septum will be there. Do you remember? The same way inside the organs also, inside the stomach also, each and everything is covered by this peritoneal layer. That layer is not a separate layer which is coming out. That is from the deep fascia, which is going to merge and blend in such a way to cover the particular organ. Stomach is there, so it covers. When intestine is there, it covers. Large intestine, it covers. Small intestine, it covers. Mesentery, it's going to be present at the back side. Okay. For these things to be present inside, there will be some stable component which is at the present. Especially, I am not going to speak about stomach. I am not going to speak about liver, or this side spleen, this side liver. I am not going to speak about this. So stomach, spleen, I am not going to speak. Liver, I am not going to speak. Then kidney, urethra, urinary bladder, I am not going to speak. Especially this large intestine. We will be having the intestine which is of around more than 6 meters. How it is accommodating inside the small stomach, right? So we have a part called mesentery. Like this will be, I imagine that this is a beautiful girl and she is wearing skirt, right? This structure, can you see this structure? This is a skirt, full skirt, you imagine. So the mesentery is almost like this only. We compare the mesentery with this. What is this? See, the skirt will be having so much of frills, you know. Have you ever seen the skirt? Right? So the skirts will be having so much of frills, right? Why do we have so much of frills? When you try to extend it, it will be having large amount of area. When you leave it, it will come to a shrink position in a short area, right? When you are going to draw or put a line inside that, right, the skirt will be looking like this. But when you are going to put like this, draw a line or something, you have to extend this like this, stretch it like this, and you can put a long line, right? So it can accommodate a long line. But when you are leaving it, it will come to the frilled position, original frilled position. It will be so short, right? So it accommodates everything. Another example, when you go for theatre, the queue will be like this, right? It accommodates many persons. The same way, this frilled position, this frilled skirt like structure which is present in the abdomen, inside the abdomen, which is attached to the posterior abdominal wall, we call it as mesentery, right? We call it as mesentery. We have small intestine which is attached at the top of that. I mean, the small intestine will be there, it is attached to this large length here, 6.5 meters small intestine. Actually, it is not so straight. It will be like this, so congested. It will be like this, here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. Many things, circles and whorls will be there. It will be accommodated like this, right? How it is possible means, that is by means of this frilled structure. It is called mesentery. It can accommodate each and everything. When you are going to extend it, it will be like this. When you are going to leave it, it will be like this, almost like the screen which is present over here. When you stretch it at the bottom, it will be so lengthier. When you leave it, utensil, right? This same way. So inside that we'll be having small intestine. Around that, forget about the skirt, the girl will beat us. Okay, you forget about this girl also. Imagine that this is mesentery, right? So here we'll be having large intestine, right? This is what the structure we are having. This is small intestine. Around that we are having large intestine, right?